The start of World War I in plain English.
On June 28, 1914, the heir to the Austrian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and his wife Sophie traveled to the city of Sarajevo in Bosnia to pay a state visit. Tensions were especially high that day because it was a Serbian nationalist holiday, St. Vitus's Day. The threats had been made against the Austrian monarchy, and a terrorist organization, the Black Hand, planned the assassination of the Austrian couple. After the failed attempt of the assassination, Gavrilo Princip, a young 18-year-old member of the Black Hand, shot the couple in their car at point-blank range, sparking an international crisis. Austria was outraged. They were determined to make Serbia pay. The assassination gave them an excuse they needed to move military presence into the Balkans. Almost a month after the assassination, on July 23rd, the Austrians issued an ultimatum to Serbia. Austria intentionally made the demands to Serbia so harsh that the Serbs would inevitably have to reject them, which would give them reason for war, because as mentioned before, they wanted to expand their military presence and their empire. Austrians' demands to Serbia included the suppression of all anti-Austrian activists, dismissing all anti-Austrian officials, and allowing Austrian officials to exclusively investigate the assassination. The cause for wanting to exclusively investigate the assassination was that Austrians thought there was a broader involvement in the terrorist group, meaning they believed the Serbian government was involved. The month-long delay was caused by the fear of what the consequences of going to war with Serbia would entail. Austria's foreign minister, Berchtold, was afraid that if they attacked Serbia, Russia would then attack Austria-Hungary. So the Austrians spent the time talking to their ally Germany to make sure that the Germans would have Austria's back. The Austria-Hungarians got assurance on July 5th or 6th in the form of what is now called the blanket check, which is a promise from Germany that they would help Austria if Russia mobilized. They gave Serbia 48 hours to respond to the ultimatum. So when the Serbs received the Austrian ultimatum, Russia declared itself to be in a period preparatory to war, which sounds a lot like mobilization, but technically it wasn't. The Serbs rejected Austria's ultimatum on July 25th, but they made the rejection sound like a capitulation, so the Germans thought the war had been evaded. The Germans were more than surprised when on July 28th, Austria suddenly declared war on Serbia, even though the Austrian army wasn't ready to start fighting. Then on July 30th, Russia exited its period preparatory to war and actually officially mobilized. Germany warned the Russians to stand down, but 2 days later, on August 1st, France mobilized its armed forces in support of Russia, and on that same day, Germany mobilized and declared war on Russia. Germany then declared war on France on August 3rd, marched through Belgium to invade, hoping to quickly defeat the French and move on to Russia. When German troops crossed Belgium's border on August 4th, the British issued an ultimatum to the Germans, telling them to step out of Belgium or else. Germany chose or else, and Britain declared war. The nations of Europe were strangely excited by all the declarations of war. In some ways, the fact that conflict was out in the open and inevitable was something of a relief compared to the constant underlying tensions created by militarism, secret treaties, and the competition for colonies. The young men in the countries eagerly enlisted in the armed forces, and their families, full of nationalistic fervor, eagerly supported them. Even women rushed to support the war effort by doing whatever they could, like taking factory jobs or joining nursing corps. Most nations were at war by the fall of 1914, but they were sure that the troops would be home by Christmas.